How are we doing there, boys and girls? Manthis here and welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to bring to you a little tool that has recently been released that is kind of handy for those occasions where you kind of want to be at the auction house but you can't necessarily be at the auction house. This is kind of for you. It is called the Oribos Exchange. Now this is made by the same dude that brought to us the Undermine Journal. And the other one that's for Classic, what's it, the Booty Bay Gazette or something, I think it is. Is one dude, Aurorus, I believe is his name. I hope I've pronounced that right. I've probably not, but this dude has been making these web applications for us for a long time now, and it's I thought it was time to go over his latest creation and talk to you about some of its pros and cons and how you can use this. Firstly, you'll notice it looks very much like the default auction house UI, and this is entirely deliberate, and it works almost exactly the same. This is really cool. With it being completely web-based, you can search and you can browse anything. Firstly, select a realm. I've just chosen a big realm on the EU for the purpose of the video because it means there'll be lots of things available. But it works exactly like the default auction house. So we could say, right, well, we want to look at what's a hot item right now. Lithium ore, and we can go sure lithium ore, and it looks exactly the same. Now this is obviously not updated live like it would be if you were in the game, but it's usually no more than sort of an hour out of date. Now of course peak season, that's going to be an issue with new materials. They're going to come in and come out a lot, but this is going to be a long-term thing, and it's going to be really helpful. It has a couple of big benefits. One thing that I really like is this 14-day history graph. Something like a lithium ore right now, you guys will know, especially if you're trying to craft blacksmithing legendaries, you're trying to buy this in huge quantities right now, and it's really cool to see the 14-day graph appear. You can see how right at the very beginning of the game a lithium ore was stupidly expensive because nobody was able to get hold of it, nobody was running around them ore. And then eventually over a few days it started to get really cheap until it sort of bottomed out in terms of price. And all of a sudden then people realise, well hang on, we need this lithium ore to craft all these legendaries, and the price then starts going up. And after a couple of weeks since then, we're back at basically lithium's highest average price we've ever seen, with no indication of it stopping anytime soon. This graph is really helpful. You guys will know I'm a bit of a statistics kind of nerd, and this kind of information is really helpful. I know it would be really cool if Blizzard would add something like this in game, but of course, you know, they never will because they don't cater to us for the most part. But being able to see this in a very similar fashion is really cool. You can even go down and do some bulk pricing, just like you kind of would on the auction house. So if you were to say that, right, well, I want to buy 10,000 of this. Alright, let's just say 2,000. It's going to show you exactly how much it's going to cost. It's going to tell you what the total cost is, just kind of like how the default auction house works. And what's even cooler is it then goes and shows you what the prices are and the availability is on other servers. So you can sort of very quickly do a comparison and go, well, okay, on my realm it's 236 gold a unit for lithium ore right now. But what is my server expensive? Is my server cheap? What's happening here? And you can very quickly see what's going on across the realms, and you can see Draenor probably sits somewhere in the middle. It's definitely not the most expensive, but it's at the same time definitely not the cheapest. It's really quite cool. There are a couple of other things in here that you might want to do as well. I was thinking from a transmog point of view, this is really cool because there's one thing that this does offer that the default auction house doesn't. Say you're searching for some transmog. There's a specific appearance that you know that you want, but you haven't been able to find it on your auction house. Maybe it's a really rare item. Maybe the drop chance is stupidly low. What this will also do with one of the filters is you've got the ability to include out of stock. This obviously works. I'm not entirely sure how it works. I'm not a wizard when it comes to these sort of things, but it seems to obviously track data over a large period of time as it stands right now, since December the 3rd. I imagine that's when the application was first launched. And you can see that all these items, for example, they've not actually been seen. There's none available right now, but it tells you when they were last available, which is really kind of quite cool. You can even go as far as to say, right, well, ignore variations, because I just want it for transmog. So we can say, right, well, this one, it's not been on, there's none on Draenor, there's none across the EU, this is obviously really rare, or it's just kind of, you know, it's a dead item. But it's really kind of handy if there's a specific item you want. For example, let's find one that's welded hardskin helmet. Okay, usually last sold for 8,000 gold, not been seen on Draenor EU for 13 days right now. There's only one of them available across the entire EU, and you can very quickly then see where that is. Quantity available, boom, Azagos, there's one. You got to pay 20k for it. If you happen to have 20,000 gold on that server, create a character, log on to that server, buy your transmog from there. It's kind of handy. This is going to be really, really handy as well for pets, I would imagine. If you're hunting down those pets and you're lucky to have gold spread about on a few different servers, you can very quickly use this without even needing to log into game. It entirely is not going to be so up to date, but it is still kind of quite cool. Yeah, so I want to keep this video nice and short, nice and sweet, but go check this out, Oribos Exchange. It's kind of cool. There's definitely some improvements that can be made. It does bug out a little bit occasionally, but it is still work in progress. It came out literally a few days ago. But if you guys have enjoyed using the Undermine journal in the past, I think you'll very much like some of the features and functions that are being implemented in this. So make sure you go and follow Erroneous. He's got his Patreon as well, so if you do really enjoy it, then maybe maybe send some of your love his way. But yeah, go check it out. Go see what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below whether you've used this at all, and if you can find any cheeky little ways to be a smart goblin with it. But it looks pretty good to me. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, remember to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new around here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.